Did I hit the jackpot with this, or have I made a huge mistake? I've been itching to buy a new bow for a while now, and buying a brand new one is just not in the cards for me. So here in the DFW, there are a couple Facebook groups that have archery equipment, and there was a couple other bows that I was interested in. There was one I actually had been talking to the guy. I was ready to jump in the truck and drive up there to go pick it up, and he just kind of disappeared. So I saw this one pop up. It was the right price. It met the specs, the things I was looking for. So I am now the proud owner of an EVO XF33. Let's go put this on the bench and get up close and personal with it. I'll show you the things I was looking at when I was looking at buying a used bow. Before we get too much further, how about y'all tell me in the comments, what do you think? Is buying used bows a good idea or a bad idea? I don't know all the specs off the top of my head, so I'll put those on the screen right here for you. But this is the PSE EVO XF33, obviously 33 inches axle to axle. This is pretty fast bow. It's got these big oblong cams. Now this is the E2 cam. I understand that that is the long draw cam. For my draw length, I'm definitely going to be in the lower end of that. Had I bought this bow new, I probably would have bought the S2, but I didn't buy this new. I bought it used. It was the right price. The E2 is going to work just fine. Now, this bow did come with a great big asterisk mark on it. The original owner, after having this bow for, what was it, about a year and a half, ended up having a limb go weak on him. And so he sent it back to PSE on a warranty, and they fixed it. They put brand new limbs on the whole bow, so 4 new limbs, and they upgraded the axle system, and they put the EZ220 shim system on the axles. So that was something that did not come out until the model after this bow. The only thing is they didn't include all the shims, so it's only got the set that's in it. It didn't come with the whole set, so in the event that I need to shim this, I'm going to have to buy that 220 kit. So obviously the limbs are brand new, and once the guy sent this in for warranty, it didn't happen very fast, and so he ended up buying another bow that he liked more, so he sold this one. He's not a guy that gets to shoot a ton. He doesn't have a reason to own more than one bow, and he actually ended up with an Elite and really liked it, so he decided to let this one go. So the limbs on this, brand new, between what he shot it and what I've shot it, maybe 100, 150 shots on them. So not very much. So the limbs obviously are in good shape. The cams all look really, really nice. No real scratches, scuffs. It doesn't look like they've ever been dropped. Doesn't look like it's ever really been set in the dirt or anything, like on this end. He never really left it outside much. It got to go hunt for 4 days, he said. Other than that, it was just shooting his backyard. Spent most of its life in a case. I don't know how many arrows he really put through this thing in the 2 years that he had it. Just looking at it, I got a hard time believing it's got more than 1,000 arrows through it. It's just in such good shape. So the other thing I'm looking at is just what shape is the riser in? Is it scratched? Is it scuffed? And there's nothing on here. It's got a single blemish, and it's right there. That's it. That's the only blemish on the riser at all. Everything else is just absolutely pristine. So he took the original grip off, put this grip tape on, put a little washer there for him to kind of help with a tactile feel on the bow. I'm probably going to take that off. I just want to shoot it straight off the riser. It has a serving here where his drop away rest was tied in. It's got a loop that's definitely worn a little bit. You can see that the serving's starting to come apart. Left the peep in. It's nowhere close for me, so I'm going to have to move that. But overall, the strings are in really good shape. And that's when he sent it in for the warranty, even PSE and the dealership that he sent it through, they said there's nothing wrong with your strings. There's no point in replacing those. So it's got the stock strings, and they are in really good shape. He's either, again, it hasn't been shot very much, or he's just waxed them a lot and taken really good care of them. When I went to meet him, the biggest thing I wanted was to be able to shoot the bow. So I took my bag target with me, took my release, took some arrows, and put a few arrows through it because I just wanted to be able to hear if it was making funny noises, if it was creaking. Wanted to hear if the cams were doing anything weird. That's the other thing I checked, is, to make sure there's no weird wobble in the cams. The other check I do, I don't know how valuable it is, but just kind of, if you hit on the limbs here a little bit, if something's loose, you can hear it rattle really easy. And nothing's loose, nothing seemed like it was out of place. I probably shot, 10 arrows there. We were in a parking lot at a park, just shooting the bag at the back of my truck. And man, I didn't see anything wrong with it. Again, the only blemish is that little thing there. It all looked in good shape, and it's a great looking bow. So I think what we should do here is just run it through its paces really quick, see where it's at, and next video we're going to put it together. But let's see how this thing is. Let's see where it's at. So this is a 70-pound bow. I have not shot 70 pounds in a few years. I hurt my shoulders a few years ago and just haven't shot 70. So I just kind of want to see where this is pulling. I've got it maxed out right now. And it's sitting at like, well, let's have a look, see here. So it looked like it's pulling about 68.5, so it's a couple pounds light. And honestly, I'm okay with that. I don't really need to shoot this at 70 pounds. And let's check the timing just to kind of see where it's at. So the top is just a hair off. Bottom is touching. So that cam timing is dang close. I might need to throw a twist in there because I'd rather have the top hitting first. So I'd rather swap those. But yeah. Now this is just an Amazon special chronograph. I think it was like 30 bucks. I've watched some videos and a lot of people talk crap about this, but I realized it's because they didn't set it up right. I've had it for a couple weeks. It works great. Consider that my impromptu review of the cheap Amazon chronograph. So the arrows I'm going to be running out of this are some Warriors that I've built. They're about 395 grains, I think is what they were. My intent is to have this bow ready to go for the R100 I'm going to in a couple weeks. So this will be the arrows I shoot out of them for that. The idea with this bow is I wanted something fast. I've got my Mission MXR that I've been shooting heavy arrows out of. Love the bow, and I want to leave it set up with heavy arrows for times that I feel like I need that. But after shooting that scrawny little whitetail this year, I realized just how small those critters are. I probably don't need a 550 grain arrow to kill a whitetail in Texas. So I figured, why not try something fast? This bow is supposed to IBO at like 340 something. So let's shoot it through here with these arrows. This is at 70 pounds. I have shot a few shots out of it with 70. This cam is fairly aggressive compared to what I'm used to. That Elite that's on the wall, super smooth cams. That MXR, the cams on it are probably light, lower half of what I would consider light to aggressive cams. It's kind of below average. This, on the other hand, definitely got some aggression. So let's see what it pulls at 70 pounds. Oh, here we go. Come on, shoulders. Yeah. Oh, it feels like 70. 299. All right. I have turned this down 5 turns, which according to the manual should be about halfway. So this should be about 60 pounds. I did throw it on the drawboard previously with it 5 down, and it was really close to 60. This is more likely where I'm going to shoot it. And I'll be honest, the draw cycle at this point, not near as bad. My shoulders can handle this. $279. That doesn't seem that fast for what's considered like, I know it's not a speed bow, but it's definitely considered a fast bow. I wonder what this shoots these at. Let's try it really quick. This is set at 60 pounds. And let's just see what this Elite shoots at. There's nothing fast about this Elite bow. This is the Elite Result from 2020. I think the IBO on this was like 320. So significantly less than what it is on that thing. Huh. That's within like a foot. All right. Well, I'm going to be honest. I thought it was going to be faster than that bow by quite a bit, considering what their reported IBO speeds are. Now, thing to consider though, this draw length is a little short. By the time I get this set up, I think I'm going to have to extend it at least half an inch, maybe a touch more. So that's definitely going to give it a couple feet. But the whole idea is I want the MXR set up for heavy arrows, and that one's just not great to take to events because it's shooting really, really heavy arrows. If you're trying to shoot 50 plus yards with it, it kind of sucks. I wanted something set up with light, fast arrows. I am currently going to shoot these gold tips out of it. Oh, I don't know where to put it. Eventually, I want to build some like crazy light Victory XVs for this, just to push it as fast as it can go. Tell me what you think. Was this a good buy, or did I buy a lemon? We are not going to put it together today. That'll be the next video, so come back soon, and we are going to do a bow build. I've got a Hamskea rest. I've got another Swift Duo because that sight is just awesome, and that's going to go on here. Got some stabilizers and stuff, and we're going to set it up. We're going to tune it and shoot it. And hopefully have it ready here for another week and a half or so. Thanks for coming along. I'm really excited about this bow.